Saturday morning, a hearty hello and a high silver to you, my dear friends. Here we are. Want to give you a little update. As you know, I've been enjoying this kind of a new little foray into this world of radio, kind of a reintroduction back to where I sort of started, not initially, but later on at WABC. And I do a Saturday show morning from 2 to 6, which is so interesting. I don't know if you'd understand it, but it's kind of a radio thing. Working at a radio station with old radio friends. It's so interesting. It's wonderful. There's a young lady I said hello to. I worked with her mother and her father. She's doing the news. Her mother and her father before they were even married. So anyway, here I am talking about 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. Working with people, bored up, I've worked with forever. Another fellow I worked at another station. And it's just so interesting in a radio station. So anyway, that's 2 to 6. So I normally like to get in, call it a night a little earlier, get up about 12:30, quarter to 1, kind of look at the news and then go in and do my thing and then be out. Nap a little bit here and there. So my weekends are going to be a little strange, but I wanted to jump on to say hello to you. Because you are my family. You are here. And it's critical that I let you know that you might get a kick out of this. Maybe you don't. But the differences between radio and YouTube. Radio, there's no cursing. But radio, I can actually say things that aren't flagged. But yet I can curse, even though I don't really want to necessarily, but if I want to, on YouTube, but not on radio. But it's the strangest thing. I was reading something about the other day about this movie or this show or this game, No Mercy, which now has been, by the by, pulled, thank God. But to make a long story short, I can talk about the R word regarding particular types of SA, as it were. I sound like my good friend Sean Atwood. We have to use these codes. On radio, you can say that, but not here. So it's a kind of a unique sort of maybe kind of balance as it is. The one thing I also would love to do more of, and I'm trying to figure out a way to do this, is maybe take callers somehow. That's to me one of the most important things in the world. Those folks who have been in the world of those people who do talk radio, they don't take calls. I've got news for you. Whenever I met somebody who's ever talked to me about, hey, I heard you on such and such, they will invariably say, remember your call? Remember that guy? Remember that story? They don't say, boy, your take on Yemen was fantastic. Your take on the Houthis. And humans take on, they are the bread and butter, the beginning and the end of talk radio. And many, many people in talk radio look at callers as a problem. They don't like callers. They don't want to take them and say, oh my God. Keep thinking that all you want, ladies and gentlemen. Keep thinking that, because they are absolute gold. So anyway, let's talk kind of an open mic, as you were. What's the big story? Look at this. I have no idea what you're saying. Don't you love when people just think they can interrupt what I'm saying by virtue of your illucidity? But you can. You say whatever you want, my friends. Anyway, we'll talk about what's going on. I'm still absolutely so sad about this family. So sad. Did you hear? They're now saying, well, he did that Siemens deal with Israel, and well, I say, wait a minute. What? They're making a what? What? We'll get to that in a moment. This is crazy. First and foremost, my friends, let me remind you that you are listening to Lionel Nation. Make sure you are subscribed. And let me tell you something. Listen to me very carefully, very, 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 very carefully. It is important to you to understand that when we talk about emergency food and all of this stuff, it's really critical that you pay attention now with all of this tariff talk going on. You need an example of what I'm talking about? You got it. Let me ask you a question. What happens when the trucks stop? Think about this. Trucks, the trucks that bring your food. And then when one store closes because of a riot or ransomware hit or a hurricane or even manufactured weather. Oh, yeah, we've talked about that. What happens when all of a sudden, suddenly, the entire supply chain collapses like dominoes? What happens then? We've seen it happen, and it doesn't take much. And that's the thing you've got to think about. A trucker strike, a cyber attack, some EMP, some Carrington-class disaster, a city shut down by violence. It only takes one spark for shelves to go empty fast. And when that happens, and when that moment hits, you either have what you need or you don't. And that's why I am telling you, I want you to go to preparedwithlionel.com. Our trusted friends at My Patriot Supply, they're offering unbelievable deals right now. You've got to see deals on emergency food kits that could save your life and your sanity. Over 2,000 calories per day for 3 months of food per person, shelf stable for 25 years in any kind of combinations you want, and made to taste like actual meals, not cardboard, not some military MRE. These kits aren't just insurance, they're peace of mind. So go to preparewithlionel.com, secure your kit, secure your future. Preparewithlionel.com, preparewithlionel.com, because when the world breaks down, the prepared don't panic. There's this thing that I got to tell you about, and I don't know where I fit into this. I'm trying to maybe see if I can help you with this. When it comes to Israel, oh my God. This fellow was talking about this family from Spain. I think he's with the Siemens company, and I think she's 40 years old. Here in New York, there was a picture of them in Times Square. Oh, broke my heart. Their last instance of Earth. And somebody was suggesting that Siemens, the company, signed something with Israel. And a deal, I don't know what, and somehow I guess what they were doing, they were suggesting that maybe this was the reason for, how do I say this? That this was the reason for the tragedy. I guess. I guess. I don't know what to tell you. Did you see what's his name with Douglas Murray and, oh God. Let me ask you, what am I doing? Let me just ask you, what's his name? The guy with Douglas Murray. Who was the fellow with Smith, or what is his name? Did you see Joe Rogan with Douglas Murray and whatever it is? Did you see this? Did you see this? Did you see what's his name? I like when somebody says maintenance issues. Maybe would it be? Who is the fellow? Who is the fellow? It was Joe Rogan with Douglas Murray and Smith, Ed Smith. What's this? I don't. Did you see this? I'm waiting. Who was on first? Thank you so much. This is a slow group today. Come on. I need your help. I'm not going to look up for this. You're going to help me with this. You're going to tell me the name of the guy. Didn't you see it? Dave Smith. Thank you, man. Did you see this? Did you think this was a big deal? I want to tell you something right now. I am absolutely so sick of this. I don't want to say argument. It's a valid argument. Douglas Murray, for all practical purposes, I'm not saying he's how do I say this? I'm not saying he is. By the way, welcome, Dylan McLittleG. Welcome. I'm not saying he's APAC in the usual stories. But he's such a waste of flesh and time. It talks like this. Have you been there? Have you been to Israel? Have you been to the Czech? You've only been to the parts that you were allowed to go to. Come on, don't get us started with this. And then Dave Smith said, no, I haven't been there. Oh, my. And then he's yelling at Joe Rogan because Joe Rogan doesn't have on enough pro-Israel. They're killing this issue. They're absolutely killing this issue because it is being clobbered by a group of people like the Smiths and others who want there to be, you must say and admit that this is genocide. Okay, fine. You're right. Okay, good. And I can certainly understand why. The ICC, the ICJ, I got it. What do you want? It's like their job is to just talk about how stupid everybody was. Did you see how stupid President Trump was? Did you see what Bibi said? Did you see what Ed Smith? Did you see what Doug Smith? Did you see what Jared Kushner said? Did you see? That's it. That's the level of what we are. Did you see what he said? That's it. That's where we are. Did you see what he said? Did you see what that guy said? That's it. Did you see how stupid that guy is? That's a stupid. Did you see? I don't even want to talk about it because, but I'm violating my rules. It's so lame. Smith is yelling at Murray. Murray's yelling at me. You don't know what you're talking about. No, it's genocide. No, it's not. It's that. Don't give me the stuff, but it's not Hamas. It's not. Well, Hamas. Well, it must be me. And it's just and it turns people off. And people are finally saying, I don't even want to talk about them. Pilgrim says, I lived in the UK. People think they are smart, not. Well, but he does. He's this. Look, it's a gig. It's a gig. I don't know. The story has, I've already heard everything. Everything. I know exactly the Bibi and Israel piece, point of view, and I know the Israel is committing genocide. We're at an impasse. It's boring now. Boring. This is the most important thing in the world. It's the most boring talk. The subject isn't boring. The discussion is boring. Dear God, is it boring? It's the same people. The same, you've got, let's say, 20 guests. You got some over here, and some over here. And the not anti-Israel, but the anti-Bibi, I guess, or genocide, whatever you want to call it. It's the same people. It's the same people. Now, I'm not suggesting that doesn't mean anything, but what do you want? Max Blumenthal probably is the most of everybody I've heard, the most learned, absolutely, positively phenomenal, encyclopedic. And now we're doing this. We're back in this again. I've already heard it. And nothing's going to happen about that. But he's right. And Aaron Monte's fantastic. Judge Napolitano, Judge Colonel McGregor or whatever. Boy, for whatever reason, Colonel McGregor, they just won't have any. Apparently, they will not. Colonel McGregor will talk to anybody. But I've said, can I talk to him? I don't know if he's doing it or if he's there, if they're gatekeepers, but I don't think they want anything to do with me, and I have no idea why. But what are you going to do? And now it's almost like well, I'm going to see if I can get to the bottom of this. Like, what the hell's going on here? But I digress. What I'm saying is, this is just, we've hit an impasse here. Next, somebody do something different. Give me some new information. But we're still arguing, is it genocide? No, it's not genocide. They're just, Israel is defending itself against Hamas. They are not defending it. This is an occupation. What about the ICC? What about the ICJ? Am I making any sense to you? Am I making any sense to you? This is and nobody can sit and talk about this and understand what this is saying. I know what BB's saying. I know what the other people are saying too. I know. I got it. 100%. It's boring. Let's talk about something else. Can we? I mean, not talk about something else. Add something else to it. Now, next thing. How many of you are boring? Boring. How many of you are boring? How many of you are bored beyond belief regarding the tariff talk? Oh, dear God. How many of you are saying, dear God, this is the most dear God, unbelievable. Do you find yourself, are you listening to this? Are you thinking, my God, I don't even know. I don't even know anymore how I can stand this. What are we talking? Well, the markets have rebounded. Well, the markets have rebounded. The markets have rebounded. Really? Yes, the markets have rebounded. But trading was down today, but the markets have rebounded. Goes to show because President Trump is a genius. No, this is the end. And iPhones are going to cost $1,000 more. Well, that's the end of that. It's the same stuff. It's so boring. This is what I want to say. During World War II, when we theoretically were all involved together in fighting that which is the German, not the Germans, the Nazis and the like, we had a common goal, so to speak. And that common goal was we're going to fight together with our victory gardens, and we're going to ration, and we're going to save. And nobody says, can you believe this? You know, I can't even buy bacon because this damn rationing. It's like, it's World War II. It's against Hitler. Today, it's like, can you believe this? I tried to buy I'm trying to get a wedding dress, and I am not trying to mock you if you're looking for a wedding dress, but what I'm saying is, if you believe that China represents, this is almost like this is a war, but from a trade point of view. Don't you love the way people are kind of inconvenienced by this? They're so incredibly, what's the word? They are so selfish. They just care about themselves. If this is what you believe in. I'm glad that somebody somewhere, we're not doing anything with China. We're not getting through with them at all. We're not explaining anything to them. We're not getting anything across. We're not doing anything anymore that's even remotely scaring them. Nothing. Will this work? Let's see. Who's with you? Look at this. Mr. Koval. Have we discussed the Bill Maher situation yet? Yes, we have, and it was wasn't that a great situation? How many of you loved our discussion? Angelica Creek. Where have you been, Angelica? Haven't seen you in a long time. I love this. They must think we are morons. I'm living it in real time. Do not need their repetitive analysis. I'm waiting for my 5K. I'm waiting to hear about no tax on Social Security and no taxes at all. That a baby. I'm with you, honey. I'm with you. Wasn't that Bill Maher discussion that we have terrific? Wasn't that great? Huh? What is the president talking to Bill Maher about? And I'm getting tired of Dana White. I'm getting tired of Kid Rock, and Chris Rock. I'm getting tired of this. What are these? Is this where we're going? Is this it? Kid Rock, Bill Maher. What are you doing? What are they doing? Now, you know what they're doing though in a way. Let me tell you what you're doing. Bibi did this. And you can say whatever you want about Bibi. You can dislike him all you want, but this guy is slick. Slicker than snot on a doorknob. Pilgrim says, what are we going through is a Manichaean struggle. Indeed, we are. And it is left and right and up and down, left and good versus evil. When Bibi said, I'm going to meet with Tim Pool, who was the most obnoxious, I can't listen to 30 seconds of this guy. I don't understand this. The look, the wig, what it's everything is like, it's so, look, God bless him. I can't listen to it. It's like, you're listening to this? It never ceases to amaze me. You know who's really interesting on this world? Theo Vaughn. Theo Vaughn will have somebody on like, today's guest on the Theo Vaughn Show, Albert Einstein. So you're a pretty smart guy, aren't you? I did drugs. And Theo will ask these questions like, who is this Chidrulo? But he pulls things out of people in a very weird way. He's very likable. Candace Owens always with her straight talk in the street and strictly, okay, she's okay. And these other people do this, Ed Smith or whatever, Dave Smith, it's okay. I mean, there's very, look, this, maybe I just been around and nothing really kind of grabs me. But there's this, this Tim Pool is just the most obnoxious. So what happened was they had Chatham rules, or as, what is her name? Oh, I forget what her name. There was one of these new, she's very good. I forget her name. She calls it Chatham. And Chatham House rules is where you have a meeting and you agree that you are not going to do you write your own monologues. Thank you for you. Who else could write this, Abertrut? What? Monologues? You mean here? This is just speaking. But thank you. Maybe you're saying, do you write that? Because they suck. I'm taking this as a positive move, and I thank you for that. So anyway, apparently a bunch of these folks show up to say, hey, Bibi Netanyahu wants to meet with you at Blair House. Would you go see him? Ooh. Israeli AIPAC lapdog? That's the way they're saying this. Ooh. You better think about this one. Ooh, because in this world, oh man, who was it? Ruben? I don't know who. Some of these people don't even know. Ooh, you see, whenever you have these, don't endorse. By the way, President Trump, please don't bring in. I love libs of TikTok. Love her. DC Drano, great. Don't bring them to the White House anymore. Please do a corner. Hey, here's the Epstein files. What? Don't do this because you lose objectivity. Don't do this. If you're invited to the White House or to anything involving Israel, don't go, because what happens is it doesn't look, I'm sorry, it looks like you're a shill for either the White House or whatever it is. Just say, thanks, but unless you're, Kid Rock, you can go there because, you're friends and that sort of thing. And I love the president, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But I'm saying if you got to understand how the world of this thing works. These people are vicious. They're babies and they're backstabbers. You don't even see this in talk radio. See, I go into this talk radio world. It's like, it's a little bit more civilized. Here, it's just brutal. But now Tim Pool's going to say, you're a shill for Israel. No, I'm not. I talk real fast. I got my wool cap. It's like, listen, Charles Bronson, take it easy. Remember that? What was that? Michael Parks. Along Came Bronson. Remember that? The guy with the... What is this? Is it because you're bald? Is this the Edge? Are you like the Edge from U2? And what is this? Have you ever seen that set? I know nobody's got a set like mine, but did you ever see Tim Pool's set? It's like, where did you get this from? Like a Michael's art supply? There's a sword. There's some. What is this? It's a free country. Very, very popular. But it's like, you can have that. And he speaks with such a servant, like he knows what he's talking about. You don't know shit. Listen, I've been around. I've known this. I've seen this a million times. You're the latest iteration of this. You're full of yourself. You're full of it. It feels great. I'm a force to be reckoned with. I'm a powerhouse. My God, I've got millions of followers and people listen to me. And I really know. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. We've seen this. Believe me, you're a new version of this, and God bless you. Listen, it's a free country. I don't want anybody banned. But seriously, Poole, what are you doing going and whether you like Israel, fine. But you're through with half your audience. Put it this way, this is not anti-Semitic. This is like you meeting with Biden. If you met with Biden, can you imagine that? Would anybody do this? Would anybody do this? Cliff Clef says, don't lose track. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. No, thank you for that. Loose, whatever. To lose Lautrec. This is one of the things which I find to be so incredibly interesting. Today, this is not anti-Semitism. It's Israel and it's Palestine. And if you're Israel, oh man, you better stay away from that Candace Owens crowd and that, God damn it, you son of a bitch. And you Ritter and McGregor and you can't do that. You're an genocidal apartheid, just ethnic cleansing. You're barbarian. Now, I'm not trying to, but that's the way you're viewed. There is absolutely, if you do that in this world, oh, you're done. You're through. But I'm saying, to me, it's up to you. Don't you think it'd be interesting to sit with Bibi Netanyahu and say, what are you doing? Make it so that he'll never remind me again, if that's what you're so inclined to do. These folks, all of a sudden, they fancy themselves. They're in the big leagues now. Pilgrim Media says, do you collect the comment? Do you collect the comment and just laugh? Do I collect the comment? I don't know what that means, but thank you. I guess. I don't know what that means, Pilgrim. I don't know what that means. So anyway, I just found this terrific. I just found it, the fact that somebody says, would you come and meet with us? Okay. And Mr. Big Shot is so apologetic. Oh my God. You don't want to meet? Would you meet with Zelensky? Would you meet with Zelensky? If Zelensky says, I want to talk to you, would you do it? Or would that look like you're somehow giving in? If Putin says, I want to meet with you, wouldn't you meet with Putin? Seriously, wouldn't you do this? In a heartbeat. But the first thing I would say is, Mr. President, yes, please don't do that Tucker history lesson. Remember when Tucker was sitting there for like an hour? I'd like to talk to you about Catherine the Great. And then during the Tsarist, in the Tsarina, and then prior to that, and Tucker's like this. What am I doing? You're in his home. He's the president. Okay, tell me your history lesson. All right. And they made it sound like he was slapped. He wasn't either. But if you sat down with Zelensky, would you do this? Or would you look like you're capitulating? Is that what you were doing? Wouldn't it be great to sit down and say, what, are you for real? Are you for real? Hey, Zell, how come you're not in NATO yet? After all this bullshit, how much are you pocketed? Seriously, how many homes you were playing a piano with your dick, and now you're the president of this? How many homes do you have? When all is said and done, where were you? How many billions have you taken? Are you worth billions? Who's paying you? That's what I'd like to know. Oh, they never asked me back again. I never probably make it out of the room. But does it mean that you're capitulating when you meet? But I love this because this world is all trolling and anger. You're going to hate us. You're going to hate baby. Israel. God damn it. Lighten up. Take it easy. Pilgrim says, I mean, we have opinions and they all stink. I don't think so. I don't know what that means. I don't believe that's true. In any event. Now, going back to, but thank you. Going back to this tragedy, and again, I said this poor family, and this one, I don't know his name, I'm not even going to mention it, but he says, oh, this is Israel. This is Israel. This is like one of the most stupid things in the world. I'm also getting so tired. I got to read you. Did I read this great joke? Did I tell you this joke? I want to read it as is because it's written, by the way, absolutely perfectly. It is one of the most incredible. It's just phenomenally great, wonderful. And I'm going to read this to you about this guy goes to heaven. This is one of the best. I want to read this to you. It's a great joke. Hang on. Oh, yes. Listen to this joke. Listen to this. I think I told you this. Maybe I didn't. A JFK conspiracy theorist dies and goes to heaven. When he arrives at the pearly gates, God is there to receive him. Welcome. You are permitted to ask me one question, which I will answer truthfully. Without hesitation, the conspiracy theorist asks, who really shot Kennedy? God replies, Lee Harvey Oswald shot him from the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository. There were no accomplices. He acted alone. The conspiracy pauses, thinks to himself, and then says, shit, this goes higher up than I even thought. Isn't that great? Isn't that wonderful? Cut Up Chatter says, imagine explaining Nuremberg aerial show 1561. Nuremberg aerial show 1561. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's me. I just think I'm dense. I don't know what that means. In any event, but thank you. Louis Harper, ladies and gentlemen, is laughing. Louis laughing, which is important. Let me see this. I would think that St. Peter would be heaven's gatekeeper. Probably so. I like when somebody said, and when you die, you go to heaven and you meet your maker and you've got to atone and you're going to have to ask an account for your sins. What is that process like? Okay, here you go. Okay, 3rd grade, assuming you're not a serial killer, what, am I not getting in? I mean, what, you got to atone for that? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna try to mock that, but I've always liked that idea. Anyway, but going back to this, when I heard, by the way, there was this Navy SEAL. Did you see this? The Navy SEAL who was operating that helicopter on the Hudson River. It was a Navy SEAL. And the first thing I thought, I'm sure he is. But the first thing I thought of was, I hope somebody gets a hold of Don Shipley. Don Shipley, the Buds class on YouTube is one of my favorite channels. This is the former Navy SEAL who has hair. His hair is growing thicker as an older man. It's like it's not just the Eddie Munster style, but it's like Judge Napolitano, but like a chia pet. It's just wild. Okay. And people will call him up and say, Don, yeah, listen, we got a guy at our church who claims he's a Navy SEAL and he's trying to get money for a charity. Can you run his name and see? I don't know if he's a Navy SEAL. And I told him about you. And what's his name? Well, his name is Kermit Lefevre. Yeah. Well, there's no Lefevres listed. And Don Shipley has a list of everybody. Oh, spaceships, pyroclastic balls, or flying balls. I want to party with you, Cut Up. I don't know what that means, but thank you. You are a wild woman. That's all I'm going to say. Wow. Thank you. So people will call up Don Shipley, and he has a list of everybody who's ever been a Navy SEAL. And BUDS is basic underwater demolition training or whatever it is. And you know your class. I was class 138. I graduated, and you know it like you know your middle name. You remember the year you graduated from high school. You remember the year you got married. You remember your bud's class number. You just do. It's ingrained in you. Had a helmet with this number, and you had your friends that you've remained friends with. You went through this to be a Navy SEAL. You just know your number. Everybody does. So they'll call. Don will call and go, "Hey, shipmate." When he'll call you up on the phone. And he records just this. He goes, "Hey, who's this? It's Don Shipley, shipmate." He goes, I guess that's a Navy way of saying hello. They go, "Hey, shipmate." He goes, "I understand you're a Navy SEAL." And Don looks at the camera like this with his wife, Carol. "Yeah. What was your bud's class number?" "What was that?" "What was your bud's class?" And some will say, 114. "Well, that was in 1953. I don't think so." And the numbers are off or the days are off. Or he'll say, "I don't know. That was so long ago. I don't remember." Or they'll say, "That's classified. I can't tell you." "Yes, you can." "No, that's classified. I can't tell you." Or, "I don't know because my records were burned up in that famous St. Louis Veterans Records fire." And it's one of those answers. And invariably, people will say, "Oh, I know exactly what it is. Who was your CO?" "I was commander fireman." "I did." And then Don will say, "What was a Draeger? Did you ever shoot a Draeger?" "Yeah, Draeger is a pretty good weapon." "No, it's not. It's this thing you use underneath you're inside. It's some underwater apparatus." And he does these things. And all you got to do is watch after 4 or 5 times. And you recognize the best thing you do is find somebody who is or was a Navy SEAL, maybe somebody who's, I don't know, get their bud's number so that when Shipley looks it up, he says, "Yep, there you are." Somebody roughly your age. So anyway, why am I going through this? When I first heard that this pilot, who I'm sure is a fine, fine man, was a Navy SEAL, I thought, uh-oh. I hope he's a Navy SEAL. Because there are more of these people out there who aren't at all. I mean, it's the weirdest thing. I've been on TV shows before where nobody ever asked me, "Are you a lawyer?" "Yeah." "Can you prove it? Are you licensed or anything?" "Yeah, I'll show you." They've never asked me. Never. Nobody's ever, it's the weirdest, it's the strangest thing. Nobody's ever said, because public record, there you go, just look. Here and there, Florida, New Jersey, New York, D.C., Supreme Court. I'm on the list of the Supreme Court. Well, there it is. But it's funny how many people you really don't know whether they actually are what they say they are. You don't know. You just assume they are. And also, I'm fascinated by meeting these people who actually are so crazy. They think they were Navy SEALs. And they get tattoos with SEALs. And the best day, what was that? The best day of a SEAL's life is yesterday or something like that. There's some expression on it. These are the saddest things available. Or these people who say, "Yeah, we went out, we killed people." And how demented is that? Have you ever met an impostor? Have you ever had an impostor? You understand this? Have you ever met somebody who claimed they were something? Maybe somebody you were dating. Maybe somebody who you were, well, men do it all the time. Men who are married, they say they're single. But aside from that, have you ever met an impostor? It is one of the scariest things ever. It's one of the most demented things you have ever seen in your life. If you've ever had the opportunity of meeting somebody who is an imposter, somebody who claims something that they are not. And if you ever get this opportunity to do it, you will be absolutely, positively, you will be shocked to no end. And now this. Are you drowning in debt? Struggling with credit cards or medical bills or personal loans? Well, you're not alone. There's help, real help available right now. National Debt Relief is one of the top-rated debt relief companies in America, helping thousands of individuals like you break free from overwhelming financial burdens. For anyone owing over $10,000, National debt relief may be able to reduce that debt by up to half or even more. No bankruptcy, no new loans, just a smarter, faster way to financial freedom. Here's how it works. Step 1, you submit the form at No Debt with Lionel. Just go there right now. Step 2, a representative will call within minutes to discuss personalized options. In step 3, they'll create an affordable plan tailored to your individual budget and timeline. Many clients become debt-free in as little as 24 to 48 months, paying less than they owe and avoiding years of stress and interest. And the consultation is completely free with no obligation. So what are you waiting for? Why keep dodging calls and watching interest stack up? So go right now to nodebtwithlionel.com. That's nodebtwithlionel.com. This could be the turning point, the step toward peace of mind, control, and a fresh start. nodebtwithlionel.com. Go now. My friends, did I see this? Victor Davis Hanson on Alex Jones? Whoa. Am I seeing this? Whoa. Good for him. If that's true, let me see if this is even true. I thought this is, am I reading this correctly? Did I see this correctly? Because that's a very important thing. And the reason why, let me say this, it seems like he's on. Watch and share this powerful analysis from Victor Davis Hanson. I think it was, no, that's not it. The reason why I'm saying this, and it's so important to me, I want to see Alex Jones back in the saddle again. And there was a time when if you were in a if you had like a YouTube channel or something and you had people on or you were on or I don't know what the hell it was. I mean, they said before Trump, I mean, they would come after you like you wouldn't believe it because as you know, everybody said Alex Jones is the worst thing that anybody has ever seen. Andrew Hessing says, every woman I ever met, I guess, is an imposter. Cut Up says, Hans Glazer described a mass sighting of celestial phenomena or unidentified flying objects, UFO, above Nuremberg in 1561. Well, that explains it. Thank you. Now I understand. And I appreciate it. And going back to what I hope that people go on his show again because it's great to see Alex back again. I don't know anything. There was a time when I worried about him. I have been his biggest, his InfoWars banned video, some of the best I've ever seen. Absolutely. I could listen to this. There really no one is the weakest link. None of that. And there was a time too who I also think the world of, and I think they're somehow philosophically or business antagonistic, is David Knight, who I thought was wonderful. What a gentleman. What a great, smart. There's so many good people out there who were really, really smart. And I'm seeing Alex Jones making it back again. And I'm seeing him coming back, and he looks better. He looks healthier. He's lost weight. He's working out. I think spiritually, I hope, I have no reason to believe this, but I hope somewhere, someplace, a bunch of billionaires are ready to help him out and bail him out. Did you ever see what he said 48 days before 9/11? Did you ever see this? It's the most incredible thing anybody's ever seen. Did you ever hear? It's spooky, and he sounds identical 24 years ago. He was so prescient, so good. And when I said this to people for the longest time, people said they gave me grief. Oh, you're crazy. I am not crazy. And he's not crazy. He's absolutely spot on. He is superb. And I will say that. I cannot tell you. And this is something. I never listened to And I don't listen. Maybe not a little different now because I'm kind of doing like sampling now. It's different. I'm taking more of a survey, but I never listened to talk radio. AM, FM regular, never listened. Never heard it. Rush Limbaugh show in its entirety ever. Sean Hannity, anybody. My friend Anthony Cumia, great guy. He's terrific now. Never heard Opie and Anthony one time. Couldn't tell you who was, didn't even know who was who. I just never listened to it. It's not that I think it's bad, not anything along those lines. I just never ever did. I never did. And what's interesting to note more than anything else is how the information systems that I learned from are so they're somewhat into arcana, maybe a tad recondite, I think, maybe a little bit, sort of. I'm not sure. I don't know how to go there in that particular realm that far, that fast. But I will tell you this much. Alex Jones, I'm seeing him coming back. I hope, thanks to Tucker, Lex Friedman, Joe Rogan, they have done more. They have introduced people into levels of discussion, which I think are terrific. Here's Raul. Our buddy Raul says, the radical left seems disoriented and cowardly. I think they're, without a doubt, just not, how do I say this? They are not, I don't know what they're about. You can go to anybody who is on the right, and you can say, what do you want? They'll tell you exactly what it is. This, and this. This is what I want. These are the things we want. Okay, fine. Ask somebody on the left, what is it that you want? What is the mainstay? What is the particular aspect? What is the thing that you want? Give me 5 positions that you believe in. What? They can't tell you. They stand for anti-Trump. So, in any event, well, my friends, I wanted just to jump on and tell you, thank you for this. Thank you for being subscribed. So this way you know I'm going on. Weekends are kind of strange. You'll jump on maybe later. Just, sleep and a little weird, but it's okay. There's something about new challenges, new framework, new everything. Never let yourself become torpid, ossified, otiose, concretized intellectually and the like. And so to our good friend Raul, thank you. Cut Up Chatter, you are a veritable encyclopedia of incredibly fascinating information, and I thank you. Mr. Pilgrim Media, thank you. Sabertron Toys, everybody, thank you for your insight and your perspective and your glory. Let me also say something to you right now, and I'm going to say this again, and I'm going to say it again and again and again and again and again. Our friend Mike Lindell, do me a favor, is enjoying a collection of fortified love, and you can be a part of it. Please support Mike Lindell. Support him. Support MyPillow.com. Support them. Go to MyPillow.com. Promo code Lionel. Can't say it enough. Can't say it enough. He was great to us, and we're going to be great to him. All right, dear friends, you have a great and a glorious day. Thank you so much. I don't know when we'll talk next time, but we'll see. You are terrific. I love you all, and I mean that sincerely. You are there. We will always be family, no matter what, okay? Thank you for this chance for me to chat with you. Have a great and a glorious day. Don't forget, follow Mrs. L at Lynn's Warriors. Don't forget our sister, so to speak, our sister channel, if you will, Lionel Legal, and this Lionel Nation. All right, my friends, have a great day. See you later. Talk to you soon. Don't forget the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue you.